Hey you guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be my 36-week pregnancy update. I'm a little late getting this done because I am 36 weeks and 3 days as of today, but there's a reason why I decided to wait to do this. Excuse my appearance. I'm pretty tired and I have a head cold, so yeah, that started last night thanks to my husband. He passed on a head cold to me and Isaac. But anyways, I'm going to go over week 36 with you guys. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. Today is Saturday. I had a doctor's appointment Friday morning, and I had an ultrasound and everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start with symptoms, and then I'll go over what happened at my doctor's appointment. So as far as weight gain goes, I am 161, so I weighed the same as I did last week, I believe. So I'm sitting right around the 15-pound mark as far as total weight gain goes. And then symptoms, I have been having a lot of period-like cramping and lower back pain. It's usually happening at nighttime though, so that's been pretty uncomfortable. Having a lot of Braxton Hicks contractions, and then I believe I was having actual contractions around I think it was right before Christmas. So we went to a Christmas dinner, and the entire time we were at dinner, my stomach was contracting very consistently throughout the entire dinner. It did eventually go away after about 3 hours or so. It wasn't painful enough to where I thought I needed to call a doctor or anything, but it was very consistent and it felt a little bit different than Braxton Hicks did. Contractions for me aren't that painful, at least with my son. They didn't really hurt me that bad. I remember I went in to the hospital that morning with Isaac, and they were hooking me up to monitors, and they're like, "You do know you're contracting, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, I can feel it, but it just didn't hurt." And it never really hurt. The only thing that I feel is intense pressure. It never is super painful. I mean, this time around could be different, but just from my own experience, the last time I gave birth, it wasn't incredibly painful. So yeah, so Braxton Hicks contractions and the cramping in the lower back pain, which I did talk to my doctor yesterday about the period cramping, because I just wanted to make sure it was okay. I've been having that cramping off and on for a while now, especially I want to say once I hit 30 weeks it started becoming very frequent. She said it was totally normal, and she said that at this point that my body probably is just getting ready for labor, and that if I do go into labor that they're not going to do anything to stop it at this point, just because of my history with the last pregnancy. It's whenever my body's ready, we're gonna go and do it. And baby is pretty much, he's almost at the, I guess they done changed it to early term and not full term at 37 weeks. But basically, he's getting to the point to where if he was to be born now, he would be okay. So as far as other symptoms go, I'm looking down at notes, so that's why I keep looking down. But as far as other symptoms go, I've been having a lot of pelvic pain again. It feels like when I'm on my feet a lot and walking around a lot, it actually feels like it's burning. Where your pubic bone is, it feels like it's burning. It's very uncomfortable, and it's very weird because I don't really remember that with Isaac. So yeah, I've been having that, and I've been having the lightning crotch, and it also feels like he's scratching my cervix sometimes, and that is the most uncomfortable feeling. It actually, when it happens, makes me jump, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what the heck? It does not feel very good. So yeah, so I've been having all of that pain, just everything getting ready for labor and to have this little boy. Still having the heartburn and the reflux. It's just the same typical symptom. Still out of breath, kind of, but it's actually not as bad as it was. Right now I just can't really breathe that well through my nose, so I'm all congested, and it's making it a little bit harder to breathe. But yeah, the heartburn and the reflux is the same as it has been. Still having to eat Tums daily almost. I try to only take them if I really, really need it, and I I would say I take it mostly in the evening time. But yeah, I have to take Tums. I'm still taking my Zantac twice a day like I have been pretty much this entire pregnancy, just to do the best that we can to keep it under control. Also, once week 36 hit, I became very emotional, getting closer to having baby boy, and I'm so excited for him to be here. And then I'm so excited to watch Isaac with him. And Isaac has really started to acknowledge that there's a baby in my belly and that he's going to have a baby brother soon. He knows that baby brother is in mommy's belly. And it is just so sweet. Yeah, I'm really excited for that. And then also I get really emotional when I think about having to leave Isaac to go to the hospital to have Levi. Because I don't spend a lot of time away from Isaac. Today, I'm actually home alone by myself for the entire day because he went with my husband to go visit his family for the holidays. I was just not up for it. Was a 3-hour drive, and I just was not up for traveling today. I went with them, and just being away from him makes me so sad. And then having to stay overnight away from him, it just makes me so sad. I've only done that one other time before, and that's when we went and had our last baby that we lost. I had to stay a night away from him, and I absolutely hated it. So yeah, I'm emotional. Also, I've been having some fatigue and insomnia. I am having the worst pregnancy insomnia. I wake up in the middle of the night, and then I'm awake for hours before I can fall asleep again. I talked about this in my last update, but it has actually gotten worse since last week. So I'll go to bed. The other night, I went to bed at 10 because I was so tired. Went to bed at 10. I woke up at 1:20 because I had to pee, go figure. And then I could not fall back asleep until it was 5 in the morning before I finally fell back asleep. And then I got up at 8. So yeah, it's getting worse. I'm not sleeping good at all. But I guess I just need to get used to that because with a newborn, I'm not going to be sleeping anyway. So I guess I'll just deal with it. Yeah, pregnancy insomnia has gotten worse. And also this past week, my stomach's been very upset. I don't know what caused it. It's been feeling better the past, at least today it has been. But from I guess from Christmas on, for almost all week, my stomach's just been very upset. And I don't really know why. So yeah, that's pretty much it as far as all of my symptoms go. A lot of them are still the same, and then some of them are just getting worse. But anyways, so I'm going to move on to my doctor's appointment now. I had a doctor's appointment yesterday. I am on weekly checkups now. I had an ultrasound, and my doctor wants me to still do ultrasounds weekly, and we're also doing non-stress tests weekly as well. Not that there's anything wrong with him, but she just wants to keep a close eye on him just because we did lose the last baby. So better safe than sorry. So I am having weekly ultrasounds to check his growth and his fluid levels. At my ultrasound, he was measuring 6 pounds. So he is in the 50th percentile is what she was saying. So that's pretty good size. So far, he has been measuring bigger than Isaac consistently, so I'm kind of nervous on how much he's going to weigh when he's born. Isaac was 8 pounds and 4 ounces when he was born, and he was always measuring in the 40th percentile, but Levi is measuring in the 50th, 6 pounds, and they said he looks great. His fluid levels were perfect. He was measuring right on track, and also he flipped. I am so freaking happy that he is head down. And she said, as soon as she said that he was head down, I was so excited. I have been constantly thinking about, and I've been very anxious about whether or not he was gonna flip or not, because I really don't want to have a C-section. Obviously, I'm open to it if something happens and we have to have one. That's totally fine, but I would rather not have one if I don't need it. So he flipped, and he's in position to where I should be able to have a natural birth, and I am so freaking happy about that. oh, you have no idea how stressed out I was about him not being flipped from my last appointment. But yeah, he's head down now, and I am so freaking excited about that. Also, let's see, he did pass his non-stress test. If you don't know what that is, what they do for me, I know sometimes they'll hook you up to like a contraction monitor too, but they just strap a heart rate monitor on my belly, and then they give me this little button I have to push, and then every time he moves, I have to push the button, and it's basically, I think they're just watching to see how his heart rate fluctuates when he's moving and stuff, to make sure that he's like not in distress or anything. But he did great for that. I also had the GBS test done, where they do that swab to check for GBS. That's what it's called, right? I think that's what it's called. So yeah, I had that done. I don't know what the results were. I know I tested negative with Isaac. If you test positive for GBS, the only thing you have to do is be on an antibiotic during labor, because it can cause some health issues with the baby if it like transmits to the baby or something like that. But yeah, I don't know the results of that. I guess I'll find that out next week. But yeah, that was pretty much everything from my doctor's appointment. So yeah, he's 6 pounds, head down. He looks perfect. And I'm doing weekly ultrasounds. My pregnancy updates will probably be on Saturdays up until he's born, because I have my appointments on Fridays now, because I actually have to travel to like where my hospital is for the rest of my appointments because of the ultrasounds. So my updates will be a little bit later than normal. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this 36-week update. And we are getting so close to baby boy being here. I've been feeling very pregnant, so I feel like he could come anytime. I personally don't think I'm gonna make it to my due date. There has been a lot of cramping and contractions and stuff going on, and I'm feeling a lot of pressure down low, so as long as he makes it past 37 weeks, I am ready for him. So I guess all I have left to do is to show you the baby bump. So just ignore all of this mess back here. I really need to clean up the living room. I'm actually going to do that after I finish filming this. I wanted to get this done before Isaac got home, so that's why the house is still a mess. But I'll go ahead and show the bump from the front, and then from the side. I'm definitely carrying him a lot lower than how I carried Isaac. And it's been like that almost his whole pregnancy, but I haven't noticed any new stretch marks, but my belly button is still super weird, and I am not a fan, but yeah. Alright, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in my next update.